So there was a big hoo-ha recently
Yeah.
when the government came out preening like a peacock to announce how business friendly they were because they were changing as they announced it, the reporting threshold for self-employment income from £1,000 to £3,000.
Yeah.
And nearly all of the coverage, there was a heavy implication that what that meant was that, in essence, the trading allowance was going up from 1,000 to 3,000. So first of all, do you just want to run through what the trading allowance is?
So the trading allowance is, I suppose, as a monetary value, it's £1,000. I think HMRC basically decided that if your income levels are that small, that effectively they just didn't want to bother themselves with worrying about receiving tax returns, etc.
So effectively, you'd say, I've got £1,000 worth of self-employment income. I can then, HMRC basically let me just claim £1,000 of costs.
Yeah, actually, if your turnover was less than £1,000, and you had no other reason to file, you didn't even need to file a return with them. They're just saying, actually, that's such a piddly amount. But I should say, but if, for example, you had to do, you were a landlord, so you have to do a tax return. If you had £900 worth of employment income, you'd stick the self-employment income in, and you'd have your trading allowance of the £900. You then, so say, for example, your self-employment income was £1,100, so it's above the £1,000. You could then have the option in terms of you could use actual expenses or you could use the trading allowance to, I suppose, either
You just have £100 of profit that's taxable in that sense.
Yes.
And as we say, that announcement on the 3,000 for all money looked as if they were saying that all of that was shunting from 1,000 to 3,000. But actually, what did they actually say?
They were just saying that you don't have to report it through a tax return. And it's not even, you don't have to report it. You don't have to report it through a tax return.
Yes, and there was some tiny little, but there will be an online system.
Yes. As in, do not clog up our tax return system. Plug up a different system.